YBNA on the motherfucking beat. That nigga Perron, he came with the heat. Got so many albums and EPs and mixtapes so ready to go, I could drop every week. Truthfully, I do this shit in my sleep, and I low-key was sleep when they sent me this beat. Back-to-back albums, did that on the creep. This is show that these niggas ain't fucking with me.
Well, fam, welcome back. It's been so long, it feels like. It's been at least 6 months. And it feels really good to be back. I'm going to take these off. It feels so good to be back. It feels so good to be making content again. I want to apologize for my absence. But I have an explanation, so, I don't want you to think that I don't give a fuck, you know what I'm saying? And there I go with saying no, and I'm saying all the time. But it's just life, 2020. Life in 2020. It's just hectic. Fucking basically all that happened was my computer crashed on me. Every time I would go to edit a video, it started off with I'd edit for 20 minutes and then it would freeze for 5 minutes, which was manageable, it sucks, but it's manageable. And then it progressed into every 5 minutes, it would freeze for 5 minutes. And then I was and then it was every 30 seconds, it would freeze for 5 minutes. So there was no way for me to really get anything done. And with the pandemic going on, I just didn't want to waste any money just being in the unknown of what's going to happen, especially financially in the near future. But I'm back. I got... Hopefully the sound quality on this is way better, because I got this new piece that I feel like I was missing, and yeah, I'm just excited. I've been so excited just to make more content, and be just back. Just be back. I miss the creativeness aspects of it. I miss getting my thoughts out there. It was real therapeutic to get my thoughts out there. And of all times, 2020, whenever there's so much to talk about, so much to discuss, it's just been a roller coaster so far. I hope y'all have been safe. I hope everything's been A-okay with you guys. 'Cause relatively speaking, it's been okay over here. Really just trying to survive out here. Still being able to work with COVID going on, and haven't been on here since March. What's happened since March? Basically, the whole pandemic broke out, and we can get into that. Let's get into that. The pandemic. I said from the get-go, either it's serious enough for everybody to stay home, or it's not serious enough and everybody should just continue as normal. And whoever's going to die from it is going to die from it, because obviously it's they don't give a fuck. So I said from the get-go, either stay home and make sure nobody gets it if you think it's as serious as it is, or nobody stays home and you just let it run its course. But we did this halvesies thing. Being in America, I live in a very conservative town. Not that that's a reflection of how I feel. I'm pretty sure if you've watched anything that I've put out, I don't swing right on. More middle than anything. I do have conservative ideas, but it's really to the And my county, my part, my neck of the woods is really conservative. A lot of it's a political statement to wear a mask or not. And yeah, my county started off really good. I'd say we didn't get our first couple of cases until May. And even then we kept it okay. But throughout the summer, as soon as it got here, it just ran through our county. And our county is like one of the leading counties now. So, yeah, it's been hectic. I have to wear a mask all day now, like where I work. And, I mean, it's inconvenient, but honestly, I forget that it's there. It's really not that big of an inconvenience to me, and, you know, that's just the way it is. But a lot of people in my town don't feel the same. I feel like a lot of people in America don't feel the same, which is fine. Like, me personally, I feel like I should, if there's anything that I could do to prevent other people from getting it, I'm not really too worried if I catch it. I know I'm relatively healthy. I'd say I'm pretty healthy. Like, I watch what I eat. I exercise. I feel like if I caught it, I would probably do okay. Like, it would suck for a little bit, but I would do okay. My main thing is if I have it and I give it to somebody else, I don't want to do that, you know. So I just wear a mask. And where was I going with this? The pandemic, I mean, the main thing I hope people get from this pandemic, because there's a lot to learn from the way everyone handled this. One, we're not prepared for any type of catastrophe. And to not be ready or have a plan for when catastrophe strikes seems really irrational to me. Seems like we don't think chaos can ensue in a matter of seconds. Like, all it would take is a solar flare from the sun, and we're due a solar flare. And a solar flare is basically, if you don't know what a solar flare is, it's basically like a gigantic EMP. It would knock out all of the power grid for weeks or months at a time, maybe years. When we really lucked out with this pandemic, because it was like a test run, you know. Yeah, you couldn't go out, but look at how bad people freaked out with toilet paper and cleaning supplies. It's a real fight for who can stock up. It's not about, are we going to make sure everybody has enough? And that should concern people, the way that was handled. The way our economy, the big thing, our economy, when nobody's working or spending money, comes to a screeching halt. And I hope that puts power. I hope that makes we, the people, feel powerful, that we do have a say in what goes on and the way things are handled in our country. Even though they act like we don't and that we're stupid, we're the ones that do all the work. We're the ones that keep the money flow going in this big machine. And without us, it crumbles. That should wake a lot of people up to, if we want change, stop working. If we want something to change and they're reluctant to give it to us, and we really want it, all of us collectively decide we want it, all of us collectively just stop working. Brings the economy to its knees. It's been a wild time. I think that's another reason why I really didn't want to, just being so uncertain about everything and feeling new feelings and feeling unsafe, I guess. And I'm not gonna lie, insecurity. It's very hard to week after week open yourself up and put yourself out there. It's a very hard thing for me to do, I guess, because I'm not a people person anyways. Like, y'all see more of me through the podcast and everything than people do in person. Like, if you follow me on social media, you get more of my ideas and who I am than anybody does besides my immediate family does in person. So I'm not a people person, and just knowing that people are watching, people are, I guess, judging. Yeah, I would be lying if I said it wasn't people are judging, because where's the insecurity stemming from? But I'm tired. I'm tired of being insecure. Like, I know who I am. I know what I'm about. I know what I want. I know what I like. So just do it. Just fucking be you, dude. And stop giving a fuck all the time. Like, I act like this is gonna mean something when I die, or people are gonna remember me when I die. Like, who gives a fuck? Like, I honestly really do enjoy just coming on here and just talking with y'all, because this is whenever I get to get my thoughts and my feelings out. And I know it's going to resonate with somebody out there, even if it's only one person that it resonates with. That's awesome. That's awesome. And I hope that I motivate you in some shape or fashion, whether it's creatively, physically, to be better than the version you currently are. Because that's what I need. I need to be better than the version I am now. And COVID really amplified that. And it really made me feel helpless. And I did quarantine for a little bit, a couple of weeks. And I did record content during then. And that's whenever I figured out I couldn't really edit or anything. But I got into drawing. I got into, like, still working out, you know. I was doing lots of yoga because I couldn't go to the gym. I drank a bunch. God, I drank a bunch. And not like I wouldn't say an unhealthy amount. Like, I still can keep my shit together. I don't think anything has brought me to where I got to wake up and do it. And I got to wake up and I feel like, yeah, I'm an addict. I feel like we're all addicts in something. But I feel like I have a healthy balance of unhealthy addictions and healthy addictions. And, you know, it's still something I'm still trying to balance out and maintain. But yeah, there for a while during COVID, I was drinking too much. I would say too much. But just the anxiety and uncertainty that I was feeling, I was just looking for some way to cope. Because whenever I would get stoned, I would just freak out about the unknown. I had an acid trip during COVID. I had a shroom trip during COVID. It's been crazy, man. It's been so crazy. And seeing how people react. Back into what we should learn. Back into what I was talking about, what we should have learned from COVID. Another thing, a lot of us don't have to be places that they say we have to be. Like, if you work at a call center, there's no reason you have to be in an office doing that job. You could do that. You could do that job from work, like home. You can work from home. Apparently, you don't have to be at school. You can do all your schoolwork from home. There's so much things that can be done from home. Yet, okay, whenever it ends, are they going to ask people to go back to their offices, like their cubicles? Are they going to ask people to send their kids back to school? I don't know. And I don't think people should stand for it. Another aspect about COVID that doesn't really sit right with me is they gave us $1,200 a person and said survive for 6 months, 6.5 months. And then, apparently they're doing where they don't take out your taxes or your check. My job's not following that, so I'm still getting taxed. I'm still paying for the military and everything else, but apparently they're doing that shit. And that should really put in your head the disconnect from the people who make decisions and make laws for us, the people who represent us. They have no idea what it's like to have to survive like the average survival. Their life is so disconnected from ours that they think you could survive on $1,200 for 6 months. Either they think that or they just don't care that it doesn't cost $1,200 to survive for 6 months. That blows my fucking mind that they think that, yeah. Or that that's what's been shown. They gave us $1,200 and was like, good luck to you. I don't know what to tell you. Also, I don't know if anybody who watches this is like business savvy or anything, but I know they have like COVID business loans and stuff. And I was wondering, does a podcast, like a YouTube/podcast, does that count as a small business? Because technically I didn't start it as an LLC, but I did fill out paperwork for it. I mean, like YouTube paperwork. So I was wondering if I could qualify for those loans. So if you are business savvy and you know the answer to that, please don't hesitate to either drop it in the comments or get at me. You can email me at muchomacho420@gmail.com. I'd love to hear. And, but, yeah, man. COVID's been weird. And racism's out of control. It's crazy in these streets. There's riots. There's people shooting people still. And I think, yeah, you know what? Let's have a moment of silence for George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, and many more victims of police brutality when justice wasn't served. So Black Lives Matter. All life on this planet matters. And we as a human species need to be better, because we can be better. But I watched the George Floyd video and it was really hard to watch. Like, to see a man crying for his mom, crying that you're going to kill him. I can't breathe. You're going to kill me. Calling for his mom, and then just to stay kneeled on his neck. I went to a protest and we took a knee for 8.5 minutes. 8 minutes and 42 seconds, 43 seconds, something like that. And the whole time, I just couldn't imagine kneeling on the back of somebody's neck for that long. Whenever he's handcuffed, you have backup. I couldn't imagine doing that to somebody, especially while they're crying. They're calling out for their mother. So the officers that were involved in that, the ones who idly stood by while he was murdered, the cop who kneeled on his neck like his life didn't matter, it's a big fuck you, bro. And I hope you get everything that you deserve. But Black Lives Matter as a movement, I stand by, but I don't really enjoy the fact that they turn black people being murdered into sales opportunities to make merchandise, to make... And I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. I haven't read anything on Black Lives Matter helping the black community in any way, really. Not in a way where they go in and help rebuild communities, giving people job opportunities, giving the kids a a safe place for after school activities, for better education, where they can get newer books, newer equipment. I haven't heard any of this. And if you have heard any of this and you know how I can get involved, please put it in the comments or email me at muchomacho420@gmail.com, please. Because that's the only way anything's going to get fixed. Everything's all about making money. And it takes money to change things. But I don't know. We're in a weird place right now, yeah. The CIA declassified that we are holographic energy, like holographic energy projecting our own reality. And I kind of already had an idea on this, you know. I don't know if you're watching and you've never had a psychedelic experience like with psilocybin or lysergic acid dithylamide or dimethyltryptamine. I would say do your research. Oh, even large amounts of THC in edible form. I would say do your research. And if you're curious, do it in a safe environment with the right intentions. Safely, with a person there to check on you. And yeah, I don't know. My experiences, I kind of already knew, or it kind of seems obvious. I don't know where my essence comes from, per se. I don't know why it exists. I don't know how it was created. But I know it's here, and I know it interacts with this reality, you know. So, but they declassified astral projection as a real thing, and I've been trying to meditate. I've been trying to meditate. I've been trying to break free of this physical form into my astral form. Because I know it's possible. And I feel like, I don't know. It just feels, I'm getting all lost. I'm fucking everywhere right now. But hey, I fucking missed you guys, yo. I fucking miss doing this. And now that I got my shit together, you can best believe I'm going to be doing as much content as I possibly can think of. I'm going to be trying to do a fitness journey. I'm going to try to do these podcasts. I'm going to try and get some good guests. I'm going to try and make music. I'm going to try unboxing videos. I'm going to try anything. I mean, I could do gameplay walkthroughs. Honestly, I don't know what people want to see me do. But I do all this shit, you know. Hold on. I'll be right back. Had to bust out T'Challa. Shout out to Chadwick Boseman. Rest in peace. You'll be missed, sir. One of my favorite actors. And wherever you are, whatever you feel, I hope you feel at peace and you feel blissful. And you're surrounded by people that you love. But, man, just 2020 as a whole, man, sports have been weird, entertainment's been weird. Me and my wife haven't been on an actual date this whole time. We've had a break from the kids once or twice, you know. It's just been hectic. Been through a lot, learned a lot about myself. Like, we could talk about how bad of a year it was, but it really taught me a lot about myself, and accepting a lot about myself and accepting life as a whole. Because I feel like I get so lost in trying to control so many aspects of my life. And it's just exhausting sometimes. It's exhausting, and it feels good to be where I am now. It feels really good because it was a lot of thinking, a lot of acceptance, a lot of work, a lot of being brutally honest with myself. And man, yeah, I'm just happy to be here. Happy to be in the 5th dimension, because apparently that's where we are now. Happy to be living. LIVIN with y'all. And if you have any... I started a Patreon. So if you want to help in any way... Now let me restart. If you want to help in any way, help me grow this podcast, because it takes money to make money. If you want to help me grow this podcast, you enjoy my my insight, my opinions, the way I explain things, you want to help support the podcast, support me and my family, head on over to, and I'm going to put it like right. If I can't figure out how to put it right there, I'm going to put it in the description. So head on over to the Patreon, become a part of the family, really, because joining the Patreon, you're gonna be what's the words I'm looking for? You're gonna have access to exclusive content. I'll probably do just shows that'll specifically be on the Patreon, you know, stuff that's not accepted on YouTube. Maybe I'll do a fucking I'm getting ideas right now. I'm not gonna share them. You know what? If you want to know what's gonna be on the Patreon, go to the Patreon, and that'll tell you what you'll have access to. You're gonna have access to exclusive content, to merchandise. If you want to go around in some fucking Hi Mom, Hi Dad, or Devin Perception swag, I'll make that happen for you. Could be part of, you'll have access to join raffles and all kinds. I'm gonna try and make the Patreon one big family of humans that just vibe together, you know what I'm saying? Maybe later on in the future, we could have festivals, we could start a cult, we can start a religion. I'm just saying, I'm down if you're down. So head on over there. I'll probably I'm telling you, like, exclusive content is my main thing. Like, you're going to see way more aspects of, like, who I really am on there, because I could be more free on Patreon than I can YouTube and following the guidelines YouTube sets out. So I'd say become a patron if you're a fan of this show. But I mean, the money that I get from the Patreon and stuff is going to go directly towards getting better equipment, finding a space where I could do this away from my family, because that's a main thing. I want to get a studio, that way I don't have to do this in the same house that my children live in. Like, and while we're talking about children, hashtag save the children, because all this pedophilia that's being exposed, that's the main reason I don't want people just knowing where I live. Like, that's the main reason I don't want to just have guests, you know what I'm saying? I've only had friends. And there's a lot of people I feel like it would be good guests. I just don't want anybody knowing where I live. I don't want nobody just knowing if it comes up in conversation that, oh, hey, this nigga lives over here. No, I don't want anybody knowing where I live. So if I could find a space to do this outside of my house, I'd feel way more comfortable. And it would be like a little sanctuary, I feel like. Because I want to do all kinds of stuff, y'all. And I'm going to do my best to grow this platform and make it into all kinds of different things. That way we can reach all kinds of different audiences. So y'all stay tuned. I'm really thankful you're still with us. You're watching. If you're a first-time viewer, please subscribe. Share this with your friends that you think would also like this. And next time I'm going to... God, I sound like a fucking nerd all the time, yo. No, next video, I'm going to try some fitness videos. I'm going to try to be putting out some story time videos. I'm going to be trying to put out some interviews with people. We stopped Snack Crate, but I got this new subscription called Threadbeast, so I'll probably just do Threadbeast unboxing videos and show you the new fits that I get. Like, I got this one from Threadbeast just the other day, so yeah. Fucking shout out to Threadbeast. Keeping me looking nice. But I'm going to keep this video short, guys. Like, these solo podcasts, no reason to fucking... make them long as fuck, you know. Most people don't like long fucking videos anyways, but hey, thanks for, if you've made it this far, thank you for listening. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day/night/morning. And you tune in for the next video. So be safe out there. And stay happy, guys. And yeah, peace.
Rest in peace, George Floyd. Officer, you finna kill me, can you get your knee off my neck? Man, a nigga can't breathe. I'm not resisting, I don't have a weapon. You came over here just to fuck up my peace. You see a young nigga winning, you hate how I'm living. The women that goes on my teeth, the blunts in the air. It's stereotypical shit you believe when your ass a police. Got you a badge, now you think you a G. Got me a bag and went flooded the streets. Fuck what you talking, it could've been me, cause they killed Elks and Sterling for selling